Good morning, afternoon, evening, and night to you all. It is Mr. Spunky back with a rainy edition of Car Vlogs. This is Car Vlogs number 3. If you're enjoying Car Vlogs, make sure you take that like button and you smash it so I know that you guys are liking it. I've gotten some feedback from friends. Thank you, friends. So, what's going on today? Well, I have class all day and I'm not going to be late today. Yay! That's right, I am hopefully going to be on time. I say hopefully because of this rain, but I still left kind of early, so I should be on time because I'm always on time. I'm only late when I don't mean to be. I think that goes for all of us, but anyway, so I have class today. I have my 3 classes today. That's going to be fun. I have to do a reading though for English before I forget. Because I forgot. So as I said in one of my recent videos, I am getting a tattoo this weekend. And to give y'all a little preview, it's either gonna be that one, or one of these. I'm not 100% sure yet. I don't even know if I'm gonna have enough pictures to fill in where I point, but it's gonna be one of those. It's gonna be something small, nothing major. I already have 2. I have like a shoulder piece here and something on my hip. So this is just be a small little addition that my dad's getting me since he's in town. That should be fun. So I've been thinking a lot of what to talk about during these car vlogs, and I think I'm gonna make a section based off of my first video. If you haven't seen my first video, I repeated the phrase a little bit more about me a lot. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna add a section to these car vlog videos called Fun Facts About Me, or Fun Facts About Me. I don't know which way it goes. The camera like flips it. But it's a new segment, Fun Facts About Me. Fun Facts About Me. Where I just give a random fact about me that I think is fun. So this first fun fact is, again, if you didn't see my first video, I currently work at Disney. Of course, the main mascot at Disney is Mickey Mouse. What I think is funny is like last year, the beginning of last year, I ended my job at Chuck E. Cheese's. I used to work at Chuck E. Cheese, and I worked there for over a year and a half, which was funny. I went from working for a mouse to working for an even richer mouse. So I have a thing with mouses, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, that's where I used to work, Chuck E. Cheese. If you don't know what Chuck E. Cheese is, it's a pizza place for kids where they can go. It's like an arcade for kids. The coworkers there were great. Everything was fine. I was a game room attendant, so I worked on all the games and cleaning the games and blah blah. I worked out in the game room, which was really fun. And yes, I did do Chucky. I was the mascot. I did put on the suit and dance around and stuff like that. So that is today's segment of Fun Facts About Me. If you liked that fun fact, take the like button, smash it. I could also do like a segment called like, oh, story time with Spunky, you know? But that kind of goes with fun facts because the stories are usually fun facts that I've like done. But they could be different. Story time, when I was in high school, I was in like this game design class, and we had to design four different games with a group of 4 people. We had the level designer, we had the 3D modeler, we had the 2D artist, and then we had the programmer. But the first game had to be a board game. So what my group did was make a board game based off of the popular online game Wizard 101. Now Wizard 101 is a fantastic game. I know a lot about Wizard 101. The people in my group also knew a lot about Wizard 101. So we made a decent board game. It wasn't the greatest, and a lot of the rules were not set out clearly. If you hadn't played the actual computer game, you were very lost. But it was very cool. We had like printed out a bunch of like the cards from the actual game, and the board looked amazing. If I could find any pictures, I'll show you. But it was actually really good, like art-wise. Gameplay-wise, it wasn't the most fantastic. We go on to the next game. The next game is an actual computer game that we make. We pitch our ideas. Then people vote on which games we want to make. We get a group together and we make it basically with the only help is from like our own minds and YouTube. Like the teacher didn't help us unless it was like a real problem or issue with whatever we were doing at that certain point. He didn't like lecture us like, hey, this is how you make a game, because all of us had different ideas. So, but I pitched a game where it's like a first-person shooter, but with different species of animals, right? So, as in like you would pick a different animal and that would have like, that animal would have certain abilities. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, that was my alarm. Yeah, you would have to pick from like a category like sea animals, farm animals, air animals, stuff like that, and you would like, it's a first-person shooter. You go against like another team, and that's it. And it got really good. Like a lot of people wanted to do mine, so we did it. Except we didn't, because we ended up. I didn't realize how many animals we would actually need, and I was asking for more than we could do in the time frame that we had. So I was like, okay, we need animals. They're like, what types of animals? I'm like, we have these categories, blah, blah, blah. Just start on barnyard animals. So the 3D model, I was the programmer for some reason. I'm a 3D modeler usually. I don't think I was I think I was part 3D modeler, part programmer, because I set up the menus and the multiplayer and stuff like that. And we used Epic Games, we used Unreal Engine. So our 3D modeler modeled this really funny pig and animated him, and it was actually really good. It was really funny. The problem was, me and the actual programmer were working separately on different aspects of the game, and we didn't know how to combine them, and he didn't say anything about combining them. And it's like the last day, right? And I get everything set up to where you can like pick your character, you can like go into a game with someone else, and everything. I got all the menus set up. It looked fantastic. We also changed the name to Barnyard Bloodshed. That way it was only barnyard animals, except we only had a pig. It was like the last day, right? And I got all the menus together. And he was working on the shooting aspect of it and the health. And on the last day, my teacher's like, where's your game? And he's like, and the program was like, we still got to combine them. And my teacher's like, what? And he's like, we got to combine them. And he was like, that's kind of not something easy to do. And I'm like, yeah, we should have combined them like at least yesterday. Because he had the shooting part, I had the menu part. We had to put them together somehow, and we didn't do that. And so basically, he made me do a demo of the menu, which I did. I showed him that the multiplayer worked. He was very proud of the multiplayer working. He gave us bonus points for making the multiplayer work every time. And then he saw the shooting. Somehow, within the time frame of 2 minutes, this programmer got the shooting from decently working with health to not working at all, not even launching. And so so he showed that, and it didn't work. It was working at the beginning of that class, and I saw him working on it. I'm like, okay, that's cool, you know? But by the end of class, when he came over, I guess he changed something, and it just didn't work. And so we didn't get points for that. So my bonus points were basically his points. Anyways, so that was the best game. But the art was fantastic. Second game comes around, and I'm working with some of my friends. One of the people I'm working with is Kimmy. She's actually in my college class now, my digital video class. But she helped me with this one. My original pitch was like a dude who is like it's like a superhuman running away from the cops, and it's kind of like a Subway Surfer setting, but first person. And you're going around the city collecting like coins and power-ups. So you can get like extra speed, extra strength, extra jump height, stuff like that. like that pitch was also picked. But we made a game called Kelly Carter, but we had to change the name because we didn't get all the stuff in time, and everything extra would have been like, it would have taken too long. We got him to run, we got the pickups, we got the city and stuff like that. We got all that put in, and it was a really good working game, except we couldn't make people run behind him for some reason. That was just too difficult for us to do at the time. So what we did was we changed it. The teacher came over and helped us. He was like, how about you change it to this? How about you have him running away from something instead of someone? So we're like, okay, well, it's not bad. And basically what happened is we added in a wave. So we had a wave chasing him behind, and it was really cool. The wave was huge. And what's funny is this one we made a trailer for the class. We had to make a trailer as part of the assignment. So I'll link the trailer down in the description. But the next game after that, that was a good game. He gave us a really good score on it. The game after that, me and Kim also worked on together. But our final game was, I don't know if y'all ever seen the game where you play as a cat and you go around and you like pick things up and break things and you get points for it. We basically made a duplicate to that game, and it was really good, except it was very laggy because the computers weren't that great in the first place, and there's a lot of big pieces that split off into smaller pieces. But by the end of it, we had a pretty solid game. We had some issues with the lag for the longest time, and I tried to make a second room, and the second room was pretty sloppy. But the game in general worked. We had good art, we had good assets and 3D models and stuff like that. And we also made a trailer for that one, which I will link down below. So that's my story. I've made 4 different games in 1 year. One of them being a board game and one of them not even being a playable game. But yeah, that was story time. I did make it to school though, so I'm gonna have to end this video, but I'll be right back. I just gotta go to class real quick, so I'll be right back. All right, so I just got out of class, headed home now. Not really doing much the rest of the day. Nothing interesting, at least. I'm gonna be trying some stuff at home. Might record gameplay. Probably edit this video. My first class is boring as always, just math. Just went over some stuff, took some notes. Drawing was really fun. We were working on 2-point perspective, and I put up my drawing in one of the corners. I think it turned out pretty well. I definitely had to change it a little bit because the first time I kind of like didn't understand where I was. But I did end up liking it at the end, so that's good. And then English, we just went over something we had to read. It was this story, I think it's called like A&P or whatever, like capital A, ampersand, and then capital P. I forgot who it's by, but it's about this guy working at a supermarket, and these 3 girls in 2-piece bikinis walk in, and he finds it strange that they're in like bikinis and stuff. And they're like, he was like describing them and stuff, and then they came up and the manager was being like really rude to them, and they left, and then he quit. Not the manager, the guy that the story was about, he quit because he thought he could, he thought he could do more with his life, and he was more on the girl's side than the manager's side because the manager was being rude. So that's basically the whole story. He like quit his job, and he realized that like his life was changing from that point, I guess. It was very strange, but we went over that, we analyzed that story. Wasn't paying much attention, but enough to get what we were talking about. But that's basically my day. What's gonna be going on for the rest of the day, I'm just gonna be chilling at home, doing nothing. So I hope you guys enjoyed Car Vlogs number 3. If you did, take that like button, take it and smash it as hard as possible. Don't break anything though, please. Just hit the like button, share with your friends, subscribe, all that good fun cliche stuff that all YouTubers say at the beginning and end of their video. Be looking out for Car Vlogs number 4. Probably won't come out for a little while because I want to try other things. But stay on the lookout for vlog number 4. Sorry, vlog number 4. And I will speak to the camera later. Peace.